Hello, what is happening, everybody, and welcome to today's pubcast. I'm gonna try to make this a bit more exciting than I usually do, which means I'm gonna be cracking a lot more jokes and generally having a lot more fun than I usually do. Miran, the Legion Commander, picked up first, and the Storm Spirit to follow. And I have my sound settings set up way too high because I just decided that I wanted to redo most of my setup, including my the broadcasting software, aka XSplit. So if things do get a bit wonky, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. It will be up and fixed as soon as I see the result of what I'm doing right now. But Mirana, Storm Spirit, Legion Commander, picked up right here off the bat. This is gonna be very, very exciting. I especially like the Legion Commander. I love to cast Legion Commander games because there is the potential for so much damage. And I love high damage characters. I love damage in Faceless Void. Ooh, hoo, hoo. This is gonna be interesting. Hoo, 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 hoo. And that's actually a pretty good counter to Storm. He can't get away once he's inside the Chrono. But then again, there is actually, I heard Synderen talk a bit about this. There is a slight delay on the Chronosphere as it expands, which is something that if Storm Spirit's fast enough, he's going to be able to get out of with the ball lightning. Otherwise, he's done for. So, AA also coming on the board and bringing his Ice Blast to it. That could actually combo very, very well with Duel. Note that. Just him tossing an Ice Blast into the Duel. That should pretty much secure the Legion Commander a win. Plus, Storm Spirit's actually not half that bad. You can just run around, pop remnants left and right. Mirana could be an issue for the Legion Commander though, but... And also Faceless Void. Unless she, of course, jumps Faceless Void and wins the duel right off the bat. Otherwise, it could be trouble. But, we'll see how it goes. So the next couple of heroes should get picked up here in a second. Actually, tell you what. Do not prolong this too much. I'm actually just going to skip right past the draft. We do have an Axe, though, which is going to be absolutely incredible. It's going to be so much fun. There are some seriously hard-hitting heroes on this team. On both teams, for that matter. And apparently you want to direct the camera when I am selecting, in fact, the free camera.
It's in the bag.
Thank you very much. And apparently it's in the bag. I wouldn't call it that fast. And sorry about the little interruption there. Just had to make sure that everything was working out for me. And that pretty much just screwed over my fog. Fog both teams. There you go. Photo Man is on the Storm Spirit as of right now. Ancient Apparition. Andarist. And Tiny is picked up by Charmander, the fire-spitting dragon from Pokemon. Basilius is on the Legion Commander. And, last but not least, EZXRZ on the track. With the badass crown there, Maduck. It's up on the Faceless Void, up on top lane, and those is actually some pretty cool shoulder pads. Usually I don't really pay that much attention to single items, but those look rather neat. Tidehunter's Scarface down on bottom lane with the incredible Finn Mohawk and the Kraken Shell to boot. Axe. Oh, look at that Axe. Ooh, he's gonna kick so much dick, I am telling you. I mean, you gotta be manly. Like, when you have stuff like this, when you have these items, I mean, you can't do anything but succeed. Mirana is picked up by Scarecrow. And last but not least, Skywrath Mage, who is currently actually sitting on mid. That should probably be the Skywrath Mage on mid. While Axe roams up. That right there is a jungle build. Mirana still having trouble, does actually have the arrow, but the stun is not going to be that long if she chooses to fire it. It's actually not even going to be worth it. Diabolic Edict now popped, and now they have to back off. Axe coming in and showing his man presence. Now down the bottom lane, we do have Mr. Scarface having to deal with the harass of the Ancient Apparition, so the Tiny can farm. And currently, Storm Spirit is going to be wrecking on mid. That is my prediction, because he is especially good up against ranged heroes, and Skywrath is no exception. So Storm Spirit should have a good time there. Faceless Void Actually, it's the Murano is currently in trouble. The Strak might be going in for the kill here. This could be first blood. Very, very close to at least. They're chasing very, very deep. There's the arrow. It's going to connect with the first blood. Going to go the way of Legion Commander. And now they're going to continue. There is no backtrack out from Faces Void. He does have a time walk, but probably doesn't want to commit it. But very, very unfortunate for the Murano. Getting caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. And chase has gone too far. And up on top lane, Void actually going in. He knows he has an Axe backing him up, but Axe is only sitting on counter. Helix arrow going to land perfectly onto the Strak. Void is going to jump out. That's actually going to be soloing the Strak just enough for your Axe to pick up that kill. Next up, Legion Commander. Is this going to be backing off of this? Probably the wiser choice. But Axe only sitting on 1 kill so far. He's actually low on levels, which is the only issue. And currently it's farming for the, I don't know what I was trying to say there. Charmander farming away on bottom lane. That Tiny is one guy you don't really want to mess with. And we do actually have, is that a bit of a clash up on top lane? Actually it was on mid lane, the Storm Spirit. Actually the Skywrath Mage taking out the Storm Spirit. Jesus Christ, you gotta up your game, my man. You can't lose mid to a Skywrath. You just can't. Axe. Now going up against the Strak, I'm not really sure the Diabolic Edict is going to help him a whole lot, but it actually is. He's getting no spins. There's one. But there's no backup. Skywrath now coming in. Mike can possibly go for the kill there with the Arcane Bolt. Storm Spirit might have an interest in this. It's going to cancel the Clarity and might get a return kill here. One more. Good body blocks out from Axe, but now the Mirana coming in might actually be a bit of a suicide mission there. Was retreating from the Leshrac, and the Storm Spirit actually going to pick up double kill with the Remnant. Good play there. Good solid play. And I do apologize if it is lagging a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what is causing it, but it is happening. And Tiny actually proning the Tidehunter down on bottom lane.
Oh, sweet.
So Tidehunter not having a good game either. And Tiny just rocking on. As you should say. Just rocking on down bottom lane. Axe now choosing to occupy the bottom lane. Has got shit for farm, basically. Up until now. While the Radiant have just been farming away. Legion Commander actually sitting on a good portion of the last hits here. Almost getting her hands on the Void. Which is rather unfortunate because this guy has not been able to farm whatsoever. And Legion Commander just taking it away. Storm Spirit actually sitting a third on the last hit board, even though he did die once. He did get a double kill there, which puts him ahead of the Skywrath Mage by a significant amount. And that's what happens when you're sick, ladies and gentlemen. You tend to cough a lot, and I did not get my cough button set up, but that's not important. Well, it might probably be Scarface. Now down on bottom lane, we got the two manliest of men down here in bottom lane, trying to occupy it and dominate this lane as much as possible up against the Tiny, who is probably might want to go with this for the side shop to get his arcane boots. Ancient Apparition roaming in. I think the Axe looks like a tasty target. He is full on mana. It's pulling him deep though. There is an avalanche up and ready. Axie's gotta watch out. He's not very big. He's only level 4. And there is the avalanche right into the Berserker's Call. Axe gonna get one, but not gonna get the second. Gonna feed himself to the Tiny. So he's gonna be picking himself up another kill in turn of the Skywrath, or not the Skywrath, the Ancient Apparition. So definitely a win for the Tiny. I'm gonna try not to cough too much because I don't want to lose attention of where I'm actually going with this. It has been an entire week since I've casted last time, so it's gonna be interesting to actually see how that has weakened my skills. Axe, popping the Battle Hunger. Might want to go. Yep, there's the Berserker's Call. Not up against the press the attack. Up against the Legion Commander. Not really going to commit too far to it. And he's only level 4. That is the sad part about it. And he's actually the most farmed. Which is not very good. The Void just been unable to get any forms of blast hits. 6 minutes in, he has 7 last hits. That's not what you want to avoid. And even Ancient Apparition actually almost out farming him. No, he's not. But on middle lane, Storm Spirit now jumping in onto the Skywrath Mage. Is he gonna get that kill? Yep, he is. Most definitely is. I do apologize for the lag. I'm still trying to get everything set up and going. So hopefully this is viewable / watchable from your point of view. Now Axe. I think Legion knows he's in there. Yes, he does. He does. And there's the Axe. He's very, very low. Legion can take this kill. That could be huge for him. Axe getting the counter helix off. There's the arrow. It's gonna miss by not a very large margin. And there it is. That's the kill. Now Legion has to get out. It was not worth it if he dies. If she dies. And that is gonna be the case. Very, very close at least. There is a Lestrak. Beautiful stun there. Actually only clipping the creeps, but it's gonna break vision. I don't think you want to do that, Legion Commander. You're sticking around in territory. You don't want to stick around in. And that is not gonna be enough. Barely. Barely. Now Storm Spirit's going to be the target. Void is here and pause up from Tidehunter at a crucial moment. I'm not really sure why he's pausing. He's just sitting there stacking the Ancients for now. And the Void has picked up the Morbid Mask. So he should have his Mask of Madness relatively soon. Tiny now going in on Axe. Does have a Berserker's Call in case he needs to get away, but he's going to get tossed, and now there should be the end of him. Tiny picking himself up another kill. 3-0-0. And Axe is 2-4-0. Jesus, my man. That shit ain't going well. That shit ain't going well. And actually gonna go for the face boots. I thought he was gonna get arcanes, because usually Tinies have trouble handling mana. That was what I was trying to say. Bad segue there. But yeah, Lestrak also actually having a decent game so far. He's been involved in quite a lot of the Radiant kills, and he's only been one of the only ones taken to death. And Storm Spirit just farming up. He is leading the CS board and outlaning the Skywrath Mage completely. So as of right now, Dire not doing good. And there's the Axe. It's gonna go for the call. There is no backup from the Mirana though. She does not have Starstorm, so an arrow was on. No mana. No mana for the arrow. Photo man. He is farming like crazy. He does have a double damage rune up on ready. Only 9 minutes in, or he got Bottle, Soul Ring, Null Talisman, and the same on Tiny down there. He's already got a pair of drums and a pair of Fates Boots. Plus 500 gold. 9 minutes in. And he's not even exactly been fluent on farm. Tidehunter now considering. I don't think you want it without the Ravage. There is a Skywrath Mage down there. And up on top lane. X just got decimated by the Legion Commander. Now it's the turn of the Mirana. Legion Commander diving deep. There is no return arrow. So as of right now, she's actually doing quite well as well. She is 3-0-0 again, and down the bottom lane. Tiny. Actually getting the Skywrath Mage. Nice going there. Completely missed that kill. Tai gonna try for the pull again. That one is gonna succeed, is it? Nope. Unfortunately not. I think it might be time for him to pretty much take it. If he has the resistance for it, might actually not have. And now gonna be duking it out with the Ancient Apparition. He might have been jumping too high ground there. Storm Spirit. Chilling back for now. Now the trash talk's coming out between them. Because as of right now, Ancient Apparitions is currently trying to mess up the stacks of the Ancients there. Axe now going in on top of the Storm Spirit. I'm not really sure why. He's just going to get decimated by him. Completely. And Blink Dagger out on Leech Commander. 10-minute Blink Dagger. That is relatively decent, I should say. International feeding. He is he's 2-6. He's 2-6, yeah. Pretty much. Don't even have any other assists than that. And 8 or Ancient Apparition. It's gonna fall. But it is gonna be at the cost of the Skywrath Mage plus extra dueling damage. Yikes, he's not even close to being worth it for the Skywrath. And X currently just taking a bit of farm. There is still no Ravage up on Tidehunter. His experience per minute is dreadful. It's about the same as the Shrek, and he's not exactly been doing anything to find any farm. Or any sort of experience for that matter. Tidehunter, 11-minute Arcanes. Not exactly what you want. I don't know if you can take him on. There are the dragons plus the ancient giant golems, which could be trouble because they do too much damage for his Kraken Shell to handle. Now down on mid, the push is imminent. That middle tower is gonna go relatively fast if they want to contest it. There is no Ravage up on the Tidehunter, so they might want to do it before that. He's actually just gonna point straight into Kraken Shell. Not gonna be concerned with the man fight at all. And more wards from Ancient Apparition. He's doing everything in his power to try to not let this Tidehunter have anything. Tiny. Playing rock solid. Looks like he's actually going for the Aghanims first. Which is alright. I mean, it's going to increase your pushing power tremendously. Down on mid lane, we might see a bit of a fight. Yep, we definitely do. Axe is going to fall right off the bat. Ulti's going to be committed. There's the Chrono, going to capture both. He's not even triggering his Magic Madness. There you go, a bit too late. Storm Spirit is going to be able to step out. That was a good fight. That was actually a pretty good fight. Getting the Axe for the distract, even though that they're like actually pretty damn close. They're still slowing down the Axe, and giving up the distract doesn't really matter all that much. And Tidehunter just currently trying to take those ancient caps. Oh, AA, sent down an ulti. For the love of God, send an ulti. Or send a Storm Spirit. That works very, very well as well. Ravage is committed. He did skill it at level 7, but he is going to get the kill. Storm Spirit is going to fall as more of a less or a counter kill, almost. Got killed by neutral creep. Actually got himself denied. Plus the Skywrath did as well, but he did give up extra dueling damage. And now they're just going to take the rest of that stack there. Or at least this rack is. Because he's badass. Diabolic Edict doesn't work. Alright. But pretty much, sum up from that fight, Storm Spirit and Skywrath Mage got denied. Tidehunter died. And Legion Commander got some extra dueling damage because you won the duel. So she's now on 20. She's really doing pretty good. Doing pretty damn good. And there's a double damage rune. Right there. Just spawned in on the bottom lane. They're trying to defend the bottom tower, or at least push the creep wave out, but there are going to be 3 rotating in on that very, very soon. Tiny has got his Staff of Wizardry up and going for him.
Dire structures are fortified.
All new jalapeno double. I don't know if that's McDonald's, anything in the US or anything like that, but if it is, please let me know in the description. Or not in the description, in the comments now, Axe. Trying to man mode the Tiny, but not gonna happen. Not up against a such a fat Tiny who was doing, not attacking particularly fast, but his DPS is actually still quite good. It's about 100. And Tidehunter apparently cannot handle the swag that this Tiny puts out right now, and he's now level 11 and moving so fast. Now Tidehunter is going to be sitting there. Ravage is on cooldown, so that's not going to be there. Arrow is going to miss its mark. And up on top lane, Ancient Apparition for now, actually taking farm up here, I think. Yep, he is. He's trying to, don't know if it's a Midas or if he's just trying to get his, any sorts of boots. Quite honestly, cannot tell. Those are some pretty neat wards. Joymander. Not gonna be eating the arrows. He's it coming. Axe, I don't know why he's chasing that deep. They could turn on him at any time if they want to. The Wombo combo is there for Tiny to avalanche into toss to get the maximum effect out of it. And getting the illusion wound, which enables him to push top at the same time. I don't think we've seen an AA ulti so far, but it is going to come into effect later. Void. Oh, okay. I think he actually thought that was a real Lucy in the fact that he time walked to it. Tidehunter now once again trying for the ancient camps. They know he's in there. Storm Spirit wanting to go. He might want to get his Orchid first though, because the Ravage is available now. Plus there are like 3 heroes roaming around him trying to protect him. A lot of stuff is riding on this Tidehunter to be successful. Basically the entire game. Because they have the stronger, well, I wouldn't really actually say the stronger late game now. I like consider Tiny, who's got 5 kills and is genuinely overfarmed. But I would say that they have a chance if they can get the Tidehunter and the Void farmed. They have a good shot at it. And if the Skywrath Mage Axe combo can work, they've got the game. But Legion Commander, Tiny, A, Storm Spirit, and the Leshrac are definitely going to be doing their very best to try to prevent that. And currently they are. There's the Aghanim Scepter out from Tiny. So he's got a tree now, he's super duper fast. And somebody got himself in a little bit of trouble there. The Legion Commander is going to eat a full-blown ulti. Yikesies. So yeah, Legion Commander is going to fall to the Skywrath Mage. And now Tidehunter is actually poking his head out where it probably shouldn't be poked. There's the arrow. Is that going to connect? Nope. Double stun is actually going to land. Rock Plant through, not going to really hit anybody. Tidehunter had to commit the ulti. Axe, going to get the donk off. But no more kills than that. As of right now, oh, the Strak actually beautiful stun there, even through the delay. Getting a return kill up on the Axe, and that was a very, very important kill. Not really evening the odds, but actually it kind of did. Oh, it didn't count the Legion Commander kill. Alright. But yeah, Tiny didn't fall, and they can push off the back of it because they lost 2 heavy team fighters and 2 meat shields. So they don't have anything to tank with. Skywrath Mage coming back in again. Might want to go for a kill. It's going to drop the Mystic Flare, and it is going to get the Leshrac. Void now going for the Ancient Apparition. Skywrath Mage is going to fall. And now Tiny. He's going to try for this Void. There's the Avalanche. Where's the toss? He can do it. No, he can't. Not with the Axe coming in. Legion Commander. I would actually love to see the press the attack on the Tiny. Because as of right now, he's attacking super duper slow. But as soon as he gets a Hyperstone and a Mjolnir or anything like that, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And he's farming fast. He's getting there super duper fast. Down on bottom lane. Scarecrow taking a beating off of Storm Spirit. Not really any news there. A Storm Spirit should genuinely be able to take out a support Mirana any day. 1 versus 1. And Legion Commander just gonna be farming up for now. Does have the Blade Mail, the Blink Daggers, the all sorts of crap, and I would love to see some crits as well at some point. Oh, the backup is there. Double TP in, Leshrac, and Tiny. I think I in on this idea. There is a Tiny. Or a Tidehunter. Not Tidehunter, Axe. And a Faceless Void. Up for grabs, but they want the Axe first. Is there Chrono? Nope. 30 seconds on the Chrono. Go for the duel. There it is, and Tidehunter. Tiny, excuse me, is going to be contributing that kill and Leshrac, and ultimately going to be taking it. And now the push is imminent. Faceless Void. just chilling back in the jungle.
Tower is under attack.
For now, Diabolic Edict should melt that tower relatively efficiently. Creep waves being cleared out left and right. There's just no backup though to take this. And actually Tidehunter dying once again to the Storm Spirit. He's pretty much been Storm Spirit's food throughout this. He is 0 for 1. That's gonna be sad. And he's giving him the finger. And now, Legion Commander actually getting tossed into the midst of everything. It's gonna get silenced for now. So Duel is not gonna come out. They are gonna get the Mirana and trade that form. Axe now jumping in. Might have been a bit of a mistake. They want to get this tiny. Are they? They should be able to. There's the donk coming in from Axe. And he's able to take the kill. Ulti. Not going to fly through fast enough. Only going to clip the Axe. So you shouldn't fall off of this. Had that connected, that would have been a different story. But just overshot it a little bit. But they do have to mind the top push currently going on. There is a catapult in that siege unit. So that tower right there could actually be in a little bit of trouble. And everybody are just kind of hopping back to farming. Storm Spirit is actually going to be in trouble. There's the one we talked about with the Faceless Void. Oh, nice little KS there from Mirana. Actually a very, very safe arrow coming in and taking that kill. And now Void has his Battle Fury. So his farming is going to increase dramatically. And now coming in is Legion Commander, but everybody else are coming in as well. There's a Ravage up and available, and there's the ulti coming through. It's only actually not going to connect on the guy they probably wanted it to. Just a bit off to the light side. Now Tiny coming in. He wants kills, and there is an Axe for the taken, but he's just going to back off. Wise move. Wise move coming out from Tiny. And now Tidehunter coming in. They want to get this tiny. There is a Ravage available if they need it, but they don't even need it. He's actually just jumping into 4 heroes, which was probably not what he was hoping for. Ancient Apparition has the ulti again. He's able to let the rock fly if he wants to. Just going to be retreating for now. And they're not really focusing nearly enough on that tower down there. That's what they want to get. The Shrek should fall off this. Is going to. Easy kills for the for the Skywrath Mage. And the duel actually down on bottom lane. Legion Commander not being very, very fortunate. Actually not even getting a rock. And Tower didn't even aggro. So very, very unfortunate for her. Is able to blink out. Nice little blink there. They know she's in there though. Axe does not blink dagger, but the leap in from Mirana. She's in trouble. There is a Mystic player. Nope, but there was a Battle Hunger. Hashtag worth. I would actually say that's worth for the Mirana, but on middle lane, they're not even paying attention to the Storm Spirit push. There's the Chrono, though. You might want to actually try for that tower deny. I think Storm wants it before he gets out. There it is. Void getting the tower deny as well. So not worth it for the Storm Spirit. Genuinely, it's almost always worth it to die for a tower down on bottom lane. We do have more action, though. Axe getting tiny. And Ancient Apparition now also in trouble. And they're just getting decimated now. Where's the fight? They just got completely slaughtered down there. That was actually incredible. And now Axe might want to try to get this track. I don't even know if he actually does want to. The donk is not within range yet. Remember, it is a bit less than this. There's the stun. The Shrek could go for the last hit, and there it is. Diabolic Edict. Easy pickings. But he is going to let his life to it. Still worth it to get the Axe. And Legion Commander actually getting the Void. What change there? Getting a nice little kill on that Void. Scarecrow. Not really gonna mount to anything.
Regeneration.
Does have the recipe, so he's gonna be transforming into a carry as soon as she can. Seeing the fact that she is getting a Maelstrom, so not gonna be supporting for much longer. Plus the Skywrath is gonna be transitioning into more of the support on that particular team. Legion Commander. Also on the Mithril Hammer there. I'm thinking that's gonna be a BKB, which is not gonna help against the Chrono. Note that. It's not gonna help up against the Chronosphere. It only helps out against the damage portion and the stun portion. It doesn't help out against things like Chronosphere. Like things that are not point target or click target. Targeted abilities. That right there's a bit early for the Blade Mail. But the Mirana though, actually not in that whole lot of a trouble. Just pop the ulti to get out. And Storm Spirit just split pushing like a boss as of right now, actually staying ahead of the Void on farm. Probably not going to be for a whole lot longer. Now that's what they got to win on. This Storm Spirit can push rather efficiently if he builds right. And the Bloodstone's pretty much coming out on him very, very soon, so. His regen's going to be incredible. Now down on bottom lane, Tidehunter going in up against everything. The Ravage flies. Void not able to get out. The cleave is just too much. And Tidehunter gonna fall as well. Mirana even gonna fall from the Lystrak up on top lane. That was not up on top lane. That was actually on mid lane. Axe now coming in. It's gonna get one dog off on the Lystrak. And now the duel is actually gonna win that 18 plus damage for the Tidehunter. Not for the Tidehunter. The Axe. I keep messing these names up. Axe buying back. Wanting to get this Tiny is now going to be going toe-to-toe with the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit should be able to at least do something about this. Because he's just sipping left and right, kiting this Axe. I got to get my names right. There's the Berserker's Call on top of Storm Spirit. No more mana, and there's the Donk. Rock flying through, not going to clip. Lystrak wanting to get the kill here. There is the Pulse Nova, but he is going to get Berserker's Called. There's the Pulse Nova and the Diabolic Edict, and that should be enough for a kill there. Lystrak getting an easy pick up there. And that's a dieback for the Axe. Yikesies. That's actually rather unfortunate. And Lystrak just holding that bottom lane for now. I do have to get my heroes right though. I do realize that I am making mistakes in this cast, like a lot of them. But I am just coming off a week of being sick. And not having a cast in pretty much, a week. Which is what it is, so. This is just until I get back into the whole casting thing again. I have been spending a lot more time on regular gameplay and trying out new and different things to make this work, basically. Try to make it work. Faceless Void now rotating up on top lane. There is a tasty looking Legion Commander just sitting up there, but damage not even enough. Now Legion Commander not really able to get anything back on it, and Void should be able to backtrack at least some of this. There it is. That's the nice little backtrack there. Backtracked a good portion of that down on bottom lane. Actually on mid lane, the Tidehunter did fall. He didn't even have Ravage and actually went in anyway. And he was complaining about the Blink Dagger. Finally getting it in 29 minutes. He is 076. And his axe 10-13. He's been responsible for 13 deaths. That's a third. Not actually, that's even more than that. Yeah, that's actually pretty much a third now that I think about it. And now that bottom lane tower looking very tasty. Storm Spirit gonna eat an arrow. Are they gonna go off the back of this? Axe only gonna catch one though. The Violence Discord is out plus the AA ulti. Tidehunter now going further in. It's actually gonna jump or find the Axe once again. It's not gonna be a stun though. So no kills exchanged in this particular fight, and the tower was taken.
Tower has fallen.
Excuse my coughing. That is sometimes what happens when you try to cast on a sore throat. But yeah, Tiny going for the Assault Cuirass. I really like this pickup because of the armor reduction. And now actually we got a little duel to watch. 80 plus dueling damage up on the Legion Commander. I'd love to see some crits going out here on that as well. Absolutely love to. Tiny Mac Tidehunter. It's just gonna be farming in jungle very casually. And the Lislak. Almost, I'm actually not sure what this is gonna get turned into. He does have a decent amount of options with this. Hold on, what does Ring of Basilius get turned into? It might actually be a Vladimir's offering that he's turning it into, because he does have the Ring of Basilius. And that could really, really help out both the Tiny and the Legion Commander. So as long as he's present, they should be fine. Storm Spirit. Getting an Ochre Club. That's probably going to get turned into a BKB. And I was wrong on my prediction that the Miflheimr was going to get turned into a BKB on the Legion Commander. That did get turned into a Maelstrom. Tidehunter continuing to farm, everything kind of settling down, or maybe not on bottom lane. There's an axe coming in via the Moonlight Shadow. And that's probably going to be the Lishrak suffering there. There's the Berserker's Call coming out. And there's the stun. Actually, almost gonna miss. Void Chronosphere gonna miss everything. It's even gonna be trapping the axe now. Tiny coming back in. Tidehunter, tactical pause. Tactical pause there. But now everything going down on Tiny. Mystic Flare into the donk. X taking that kill. But now the cleanup crew and the Storm Spirit and Legion Commander able to get a kill. Is actually able to out damage the axe. And Tidehunter, I don't really see how he could complain. He's still just sitting up there farming. They could have used that Ravage in that fight. That Chronosphere though was way off its mark.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
In the terms of not hitting anybody. I think he was hoping on hitting like everybody, and he not really, I would say, overcompensated, but it just wasn't able to. It was not able to trap everybody like right on the edge, and that's something you really got to be confident in your chrono with, because it's actually a difficult skill to cast correctly. And then Tiny just came in and destroyed everybody, and then got destroyed himself. So that was pretty much the story of that. But yeah, he's starting to attack faster. He could use a Mjolnir for himself. That would actually suit him well, I think. Just straight into a Hyperstone and then build Mjolnir off the back of that. He does have the potential to, because if he can do 300 damage per second with, I don't know how much cleave it is, it could actually be 100%. I am not entirely sure. He's able to do a lot. Cleave damage 50%, 50% cleave, plus a bit of extra range. He is able to he's able to basically deal 300 damage a second to the main target, and he's actually pretty much on the second now. So yeah, 300 damage per second to his main target and 150 to everybody else. And under those conditions, the Mirana, the Skywrath Mage, and the Void aren't going to last very long. Not even the Tidehunter is safe. Axe is pretty much the tankiest guy in the battlefield, at least in terms of dire side. And he's going to be going for the distract. That should be relatively easy. No, doesn't even need a donk. And Axe, he's pissy, and I can understand that. Storm Spirit now getting his BKB. It's going to be helping them out a lot. Chronosphere, solo on the Legion Commander. Might not have been the best idea. It was actually in the end with the Mirana securing that kill with the arrow. And Legion Commander taking quite a bit of a beating there. But should be able to recover nicely off of that. Stormy the Storm Spirit sipping far, wanting to get the Mirana, and is going to be able to get that pick off very, very easily. And now, Axe actually getting the AA. They're just getting picked off solo constantly by this Axe. That is not something you want. And he's going for that Aghanim Scepter, which does suggest more solo pickoffs. Not really going to be going more tanky, which I would have probably done, but it works as well. Good chance I would have gone more tanky in this particular situation, because you don't have You're pretty much the tank. X is pretty much the tank, and he currently is not really able to handle it. Now gonna be going. Distract. Trapped again. Where's the donk? There it is. Kaboom. X on a killing spree. Yes, you did. I know you did.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Axe is currently actually starting to
Radiant's middle tower is under
compensate for his poor early game.
structures are fortified.
And the only defense currently is not actually only a defense. Pretty much everybody by the list track are back up and going. If they want to take high ground, which I surely hope they don't. Void does have his Chronosphere very, very soon. Did go straight Eagle Song, which is probably going to get turned into a Butterfly. Which I do not entirely understand why. But then again, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on how to Chrono, how to Void. All I know is that you pop your Chronosphere and then you just start. You close your eyes, you go, and you bash your way and hope you get somebody.
Invisibility.
And Legion Commander, very, very exposed down there with the bottom tower. That's probably going to fall soon. It is a tier 1, so Axe and the rest of the gangbang squad should be able to take that down quite easily. Rock flying. Nobody in Roshan Pit. They know Axe is down there, though. Just went under the tower. Tiny is there. He wants to fight. I think. 2.3k HP of pure rock and rage. Who is not attacking very fast. But who is taking creep waves like nothing. Is ready to rock on. And he's gonna go far. The backup is not there though. If they choose to initiate on a Tiny, it could be over. He's solo up there. And now Axe taking him on. There's the Mystic Flare. Where's the donk? There it is. Axe able to pick up his second kill on Tiny, I think it was. And now the Chronosphere is gonna actually hit the distract this time. Plus the stun. So he should fall. Tidehunter now coming in. Where's the Ravage? There it is. But these commanders just gonna power through with the BKB. Plus the Storm Spirit. They're gonna be taking on the Axe. Easy pickings for those two. And now Tidehunter. Oh, is he going to be able to be away? He is. Just a bit too far on the ball lightning. But Scarif Mage is going to get cleaned up as well. So cleanup crew coming in, saving the day. Is only going to get a team wipe except for the Tidehunter who was able to TP away. And they're going to be taking Roche off the back of this. Well deserved. Well deserved Roshan. That was a good fight. And Tidehunter. Gotta be a bit pissy about that. His Ravage had 0 effect on anything that happened, and he definitely is. He is quite pissy. Even though that it's not like that you do it, it's like this. Or like this, depending on how you like it. And for those who are wondering what I just did, just scroll back 2 seconds and take a look at the chat. That's how you do it. The proper middle finger.
Fire's top tower has been denied.
Because it doesn't like stray off to the left or to the right. Learn to be a Rager, Tidehunter. Doesn't take a whole lot of your time. And there it is. That's the refresher. Refresher Tidehunter. Is going now, Tiny. It's gonna be pushing in these waves. The lucky thing is that they have the split push. If they can get a pair of bots on the Tiny, they do have the split push advantage at some point. Storm Spirit has surpassed 200 last hits. Tiny getting up there. Legion Commander also sitting well on the farm board. Net worth. A graph we haven't taken a look at. Storm Spirit rocking that net worth board. Leech Commander sitting second, and just behind that, Tiny. Oh, arrow is actually going to connect. And the Faceless Void just going to be bashing away up against this Tidehunter. Cracky is going to come into effect, but Tidehunter should pretty much fall. He might actually walk out, or Tiny is And now the Ravage coming in from Tidehunter. Refresher. Not a second Ravage yet. Probably shouldn't commit it, seeing the fact that the Storm Spirit has gone for the BKB. And he's just sipping back and forth, wanting to get this axe. And he's able to sip back out. But down on bottom lane, Legion Commander just chipping away at the tower there. And note, they only lost 2 supports. Now the second Ravage flying on the Legion Commander. If she wanted to go for the duel, she probably could. But now Faceless Void is going to come in and they're going to be duking it out. There is no blade mail.
At any cost.
And a guy you do not want to get dueling damage. An axe. Might have actually tried a bit too much there. And there you go. That's a nice little pickoff. Did not have
Numbers mean nothing.
it seen behind him. And note, even though that he did have the Aegis, Faceless Void did get the dueling damage right there. And Legion Commander currently experience-wise pretty much sitting up at the top there with the Storm Spirit, who's also got a Scythe of Ice. That's going to be nice up against the Faceless Void. And they want to collapse in on this. And on this little Legion Commander right here. Faceless Void also taking a bit of farm here. Almost done with his, actually only a couple of 100 gold away from the Butterfly. Tidehunter. This is going to be sitting up in the tree line, just waiting for his turn to farm. Don't think he's entirely safe or confident. Skywrath Mage soloing the Ancient Apparition, not really a big surprise there. Now the Storm Spirit, wanting to get this Skywrath Mage. Orchid did pop the Aegis, which was the unfortunate thing. Arrow flying through, able to juke it quite nicely. Force Staff out, but it's gonna die eventually. Ouchies. Storm Spirit now level 25. And so is the Legion Commander. And Tiny just farming away down there. Does have another Hyper Stone. And he's doing damage. This guy's hitting hard. 300 plus damage. At a very, very decent attack speed. So he can do a lot with this. Faceless Void. Also farming up. I'm not entirely sure about a BKB for Tidehunter. He has been picked off a lot to like basically from being in the wrong spot and getting initiated upon completely. But the Ravages, the Skywrath Mage, the Silences, but actually Tidehunter now going on Axe, gonna get back up from the Storm Spirit there. Might want to wait until the Blade Mail is out, not even gonna toss him. And just gonna give him a little courtesy fuck you bash to the face and gonna take that kill. And Tiny with a nice deep voice there. Taking a kill. Probably one of the more important kills. Axe has died 17 times, so he's died a lot. He's been in the zone for like pretty much half the time been the main target. There's a double damage from there. That could actually suit the man. Actually, LaRock, Tidehunter, or Tiny. Keep mixing them up when you have similar heroes. I'll probably have some Dota 2 pros murder me for saying that. But that's probably going to go on the Storm Spirit, seeing the fact that his damage is actually quite good. DPS pretty much the same as Tiny, because he is engaging faster. Doesn't have the bottle anymore. Legion Commander could also be a very, very good candidate for that, but it is going to go in the end on the Tidehunter. Why do I keep saying Tidehunter? Tiny. You would not put a double damage rune on a Tidehunter. That would be a bad idea. Put a double damage rune on the Tiny instead. That would work out way better. And Kabash. 2 hits. Plus a Kraken, everybody. So right now he's doing rapier damage. And they're not really putting it to use, unfortunately. I'd love to see that that double damage rune. Really get put to use in a man fight. And now they're going to be smoking. I don't know if they want to do Roshan, but it's a bit of a while before that's back up and running. So they just wasted a bit of a rotation there. And everybody's just going to be returning back to their original positions. Void. Oh, the duel! The duel is unreal, and Ninja Commander just gonna be easily walking over that dude. Now Tidehunter, pretty much Tidehunter. Why do I keep saying Tidehunter? Tiny. Pretty much got his hands on the Mjolnir. Does he actually have it? He has it. It's only a matter of time before it gets there. Tidehunter. Ravage number 1 flies. Ravage number 2 flies. And that completely disrupted everything. Axe is going to try to blink back out. This rack is in way in deep, as well as the Legion Commander. And Void, almost only one to fall. Storm Spirit now back up and running. They're actually going on the Skywrath Mage here to start it out. Ancient Apparition taking that kill. Axe now getting a triple Berserker's Call, and it's going to donk 2. Double kill for the Axe here. But now the duel, and going to die again. The Mirana.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And Axe decided he didn't want to be dead for very long. So I have 3 for 3, plus the buyback from Axe. I'd actually say that Radiant came out on top in this sense, seeing the fact that the Legion Commander is still alive. The Storm Spirit's still alive, and the Void is dead. Plus the buyback from an Axe. Oh, and they want to go for him second time. If he dies now, it's the disaster. And there it is. That's the dieback. And now it's the gold change that they needed. Navworth, currently Storm Spirit, sitting on the money. Does also have a pair of BOTs, so he's mobile as fuck. And GG is apparently the call for Max. Luckily this isn't the pros, otherwise that would have been over.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I am a sound believer in no GGs.
Radiant structures are
'Cause there's always a chance. No matter how bad you screw up, there's always a chance. But this Storm Spirit is basically 1,000 above his buyback, 15 charges on Bloodstone. He's going to be back up and running before he even knows it. Roshan back up in 1 minute. And this Legion Commander pretty much got the Daedalus. She's going to be critting so damn hard. Plus 152 dueling damage. Tiny. Rocking on. With that Mjolnir, he might want to consider going for something, not really sure he needs more attack speed at this point. He has 067, which is very, very respectable for Tiny. As you can see right there, once he starts engaging. His attack speed is very, very good. I would say something that makes him a bit more healthy, a bit more tanky would suit him well, because he's currently the one getting picked on. Constantly. So maybe a heart would actually not do him all that bad, I would say. The Shrek. Basically getting the Vial of Discord a while ago. Poor man's Aghanim Scepter. But it works just as well. In the same way that Rockstar and Monster are poor man's energy drinks compared to Red Bull. Although nobody really says that about Monster. Most people say that about Rockstar. But there's pretty much still the same shit in it, so. And it's also as equally bad for your health, but I still drink it anyway. But now this Roshan should fall relatively fast. We got 1k crits coming out left and right from this Legion Commander. And who's gonna grab it? This track is gonna take it. Alrighty. And Storm Spirit actually going big with the Demon's Edge there. Probably gonna turn that into, he doesn't really have a whole lot of options. That is gonna be a Monkey King bar for sure. gonna be sitting there for now. Arrow is gonna fly, not gonna connect on anybody. Legion Commander though, not finding anybody. Doesn't know who to duel. Might want to go on the axe, as he is the tastier target. There you go. Tidehunter. Now actually gonna commit the Ravage. There is no Chronosphere. Now going back in. Legion Commander wanting to get her hands on the Faceless Void, but it's not gonna be enough. Lestrak taking a beating in there, and that's actually what you call a team wipe. Because Tiny died. Lestrak is back though. I don't know how much he's able to do. Almost actually getting one kill at least, but Faceless Void just gonna backtrack most of that. Excuse me. I gotta get a cough button, guys. I am sorry. I will have one ready for next time, so you don't get coughs into the microphone. I am trying to avoid it by popping my my microphone up, so it will cancel some of it, but not everything. And Tidehunter actually now getting an Orchid. Orchid of Malevolence. And actually, let's see here for a second. Mirana not really sitting on too much money. Is pretty much got her, has pretty much got her Manson style, which is going to help out with the push a significant amount. But she is pretty much last. Not actually too far behind the Axe, who is actually going for plate mail. I would still say that a heart would suit him well. Because the damage is basically what you call in old terms composite. It is not just magic damage, or it's not just right click damage, it's both. Because you got the Lestrak dealing out tons and tons of magic damage. And also some physical. And some magic again. And then you have the Ancient Apparition, which is pretty much all about the magic damages. And Storm Spirit was kind of a composite with the Electric Vortex. Not really, actually, the Static Remnant. The Overload as well. And then you have the Tiny, who's pretty much all about them physical damages. Plus he does have a bit of an avalanche, so composites are best dealt with in pure health bar. Because otherwise you gotta get 2 items that takes up 2 slots. Plus he's already got a very, very good amount of armor, even without it. So I'd say health would not be a bad choice. It's gonna make him so much stronger than just getting a Assault Cuirass. Which is what I'm thinking he's going for. That or a Shiva's Guard could be another option. Dust. Not really sure what they're dusting for. He's dusting Roshan, but Roshan was taken not too long ago, my dear friend. So they're going to be dusting for bottom lane. But once they realize they do have the Tiny, the AA, and everybody else up there, Storm Spirit should actually be able to make it out when the smoke breaks. And there it goes. That's a nice little chrono though. Tidehunter getting trapped inside of it, but the combo with the Mystic Flare is going to be able to take at least 1 kill there. Strak is going to fall second, and there you go. Yauchis. I would actually say that right there was a significantly good chrono. Basically, Tidehunter is just being all over the place because he got trapped inside the chrono. I would say that right there was actually a good chrono. Because he trapped 2. He trapped both, he got the Mystic Flare off, and now he died to the Legion Commander. Not really cementing my point in of him actually landing some pretty good plays. But the Legion Commander just dealing tons and tons of damage, and she's only going to get bigger. That's the fortunate thing about her. She's always going to get bigger. She's never going to run out of juice. And now down on bottom lane, Tiny just got a concave axe his head in. Quite easily. And he's going crits. Ooh, I like this. We're going to get the big damages out. Storm Spirit also now getting this MKB. We're going to be getting some huge damage out in this particular game. I'm really, really excited for the later portions of this. Hell yeah. Storm Spirit pushing up. Tiny. Are they gonna go for melee racks? What's the buyback situation? There is one on Axe, and I'm thinking he wants to defend this. Ravage. There's the refresher. And that first one's coming in. Second one popping. Into the Mystic Flare. Tiny going down as the first guy. Now Storm Spirit wanting to turn it around. Rockets flying through, not from very far though. And Tidehunter should fall. But Legion Commander actually dropping as well. Shrek doing what he can. And they're not even going to be able to get the Tidehunter. Yule's up on the axe, but there's the donk, finishing him off. An Ancient Apparition. Now getting donked as well. Triple kill, or actually only double kill for the axe. Might turn into a triple. Could definitely be, nope. Almost turning into a triple. Skywrath taking that last kill.
You are dead.
Yikesies. Only one to fall, axe. Of course he bought back, but that's pretty much all that happened to it. Everybody else lived, and that right there was the break that they needed. If you look at the graphs, which I've not really been on for quite some time, Dire are leading this game heavily. Radiant or net worth, but on experience-wise, that is also because of the Ancient Apparition, I should say. I should remember to point that out. That is because of the Ancient Apparition, but if you look at it, level 25, 25, 22, 25, 25. They're leading heavily on experience, and the gold grabs is going to come their way eventually once they start taking the towers, because every single one of these towers are pretty much just gold deposits, and that's 200 for each hero. As you can see right there, it just dropped like a stone. Haha, tiny joke, pun intended. There's the rock flying through. That could actually become a problem for the Void. He's not meant to handle these kinds of damages. But the Desolator out from Mirana actually doing good work on the tower there. This is actually pretty cool. Oh, that was only because of the fortification. But yeah, actually that pretty much took half of Void's health off, and now Tiny leading the counter charge. And they don't want the Legion Commander to go alone. They need the Legion Commander. They need her. The track, they don't want to go too far. The axe is back up and running, but they gotta commit on the Tidehunter before he gets the double Ravage up and running. Axe getting his Shiva's guard, so he's gonna hurt in the fights as well. They gotta push in that middle lane, but Legion Commander not being cooperative. And they can't do it. They need her. Now TPing to him. That was pretty much, yeah, the bots. The boots of travel coming in. It's a bit off to the late side. They could have fought without the axe actually being their axe. It's going to be jumping in with the blade mail. Everything going to go on Tiny to start out. Chrono on the Legion Commander. Very, very unfortunate for the Void. Or not for the Void, for the Legion Commander. And axe going to fall. Tidehunter buying back. Ancient Apparition gonna save his own bacon, unless the Tidehunter, of course, got the Ravage off. This track gonna fall as well. Skywrath Mage calling it. That's the turnaround. We're witnessing the turnaround. Legion Commander just got bummed in that fight completely, getting stuck up against the Void. There is a bottom lane though that needs deep pushing, and those illusions aren't gonna last long. And range tracks are definitely gonna fall off the back of this, and buyback from Legion Commander. How is this gonna go down? Legion Commander getting trapped completely. It's gonna fall before the fight even starts. Zippity Sap in from the Storm Spirit. Where's the Ravage? It's not there yet. There it is. Finally getting it off. Legion Commander is going to fall off the X, or not X, Tidehunter. It's actually going to drop the gem buyback from the Void. Stop this push, taking down their tier 4s. This is close. No buybacks for the next good little while, so we can take our hands off of that graph.
Haste.
And X 23-23. I can understand why they've been a bit pissy with them. 23 deaths is... You don't want that many deaths on that axe. You still want to play smart. Even though you're in the middle of the fight, you still want to play smart axe.
Stupendous.
There comes the ulti. It's going to fly through. It's actually going to connect, so... Mirana might want to consider turning back from this. Not if the Storm Spirit can prevent it, and he's going to be taking an easy pick there. Don't know if the rotation's going to be quick enough. Yep, and going to be TPing back down to base. Michael Jordan jumps. That was a good jump. Void though, going on Roshan alone. He does have the Temple Scroll to drop for it. Endless Rack now getting an Aghanim Scepter. The amount of magic damage he puts out right now is tremendous. And they're pinging it out. They know he's in Roach Pit. They know he's there. Where's the rock? It's actually gonna fly up on top lane, but they know he's in the Roach Pit. They need to jump in from Storm Spirit. Go for it, my man. It's gonna jump in. And Void gonna back out. There's the axe up there. Both of them gonna get turned into pigs. Storm Spirit is gonna try for the jukes. It's gonna have to pop the BKB, but it's gonna fall before that. So kill down from Storm Spirit, or not from Storm Spirit, from the Faceless Void, and he's just gonna proceed with the Roshan there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So he's done for. There is a cheese though.
To the Dire.
Which is on the ground. So now we have basically kind of a stalemate. Neither team really wants to do anything because they're pretty much evenly matched. But yeah, this is like a very, very difficult situation to be in. Bottom lane is going to push automatically. And they need all 5 men to win a team fight up against us. It's not like you can leave anybody at home. You need everybody. Every single one of them. Mirana, Axe, Tidehunter. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Tidehunter.
Grateful to you.
Oh no, Tidehunter, you didn't just ask that question. Now Legion Commander jumping in up against the Faceless Void. Is he gonna fall first? Nope, Legion Commander's gonna fall. Faceless Void taking that, but Tiny just going ham on everybody. Might actually, yep, gonna find the first Void. Now up for round 2. He's back, and he's angry. And there is the Skywrath Mage. He's gonna fall. Faceless Void. He's just sitting in the midst of everything, really wanting to get that that Tiny. Now gonna turn his attention towards the Storm Spirit. Is actually gonna find another kill. Bit of a mistiming there. There are 2 guys up against the Void, and they're unable to take him. So fight is definitely gonna actually go the way of the Radiant for some reason. I would have been positive that the Void would have taken the majority of that. Hopefully, Tidehunter didn't mean that. That Ravage is upgradable by Aghanim Scepter. If anybody are in doubt, it's not. You cannot upgrade it, and Lestrak gonna fall as well.
Glad we can meet, face to face.
Yikesies. That we can meet face to face. Now right there's a melee Rax gone. Are they gonna go straight throw him? That is the question. The buybacks are not abundant, only on Axe. And he's gonna go straight throw him. Just gonna be trying to stall him for now. He's actually gonna take an arrow to the face. And Void is gonna jump him. And that right there is almost an easy kill if it hadn't been for the Ghost Scepter. Rock is gonna fly. Gonna connect on the Void. And that should be enough damage for Ancient Apparition to almost take him second time. Alright, we're back. And the Mirana might actually fall off the back of this. Very, very close too. Almost gonna fall. There is no DOT. Very, very close. 40 HP. Moonlight's gonna run out, but the AA does have the Geometry Sight. And up there, Legion Commander going in up against the Tidehunter. It's actually all nicely done there by Skywrath Mage. It's gonna prevent basically the Legion Commander from going too much ham with the Ethereal Blade plus the Mystic Flare. So she's only gonna be getting the dueling damage out of that. But the push is imminent. And now Storm Spirit jumping in on top of the Axe there. Quiet on the battlefield as Axe gets pounded to pieces by this Storm Spirit. And now Storm Spirit taking on the Skywrath Mage. Where's the Vortex? Not enough mana and on cooldown, but there's the team wipe actually. That right there is pretty much a team wipe. And they gotta go straight throne. They gotta go straight throne. Buyback out from... Buyback is ready from Tidehunter. And they're going straight throne. Buyback is imminent. He can blink in. He can stall them for about 6 seconds total. He's gonna get Yules right as he goes in. And now gonna get piggied. And now it's over. It's over. He got destroyed there. It's over. It's done for. Tidehunter taking the last final beating to the face. And this was actually a very, very close game. The turnaround was almost imminent. But anyway, I'm sorry about the my little sick, my coughs and such. But other than that, I'm okay. Alright. That was actually a pretty intense game. I'm kind of staggered about this. This was a very, very cool, very, very good performance by both teams. And very, very entertaining game. So thank you for submitting it. And if you haven't, please do go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm still trying to expand. I'm trying to grow constantly. And with your help, we can make this, we can actually turn this into a thing. So thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all next week. No, next week. What the hell am I trying to say? Tomorrow. Bye-bye.